Lovely viewers, 21st of August 2023, a day where many stories have hit the social media platforms here in the country, ranging from the protest to the TikTok, Telegram, and 1xBet ban. Welcome to Somalia's premium #1 station for news and updates. I'm your presenter, Abdurrahman Yusuf. We have a number of stories lined up for you, but first let's take a look at the ones that are making our headlines. 100 Garissa mosques unite. Imams pray for peace and tranquility. Somali army decimates Al-Shabaab strongholds in countryside. Somalia orders shutdown of TikTok, Telegram and 1xBet citing security concerns. Chinese embassy bids farewell to 14 diplomats for exclusive training in China. The collective plea came as the government intensified efforts to apprehend the perpetrators responsible for the deaths of 13 individuals within this month alone. Led by the esteemed Sheikh Abdullahi Adan, Sheikh Ahmed Yusuf, and Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahab of the Supreme Council of Kenya, Muslims, SUPKEM, Garissa branch, the Imams emphasized the commitment of the government and local political leaders to safeguard the communities residing in Garissa Township and the wider country from the scourge of senseless killings.
Their collective plea came as the government intensified efforts to apprehend the perpetrators responsible for the deaths of 13 individuals within this month alone. Led by the esteemed Sheikh Abdullahi Adan, Sheikh Ahmed Yusuf, and Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahab of the Garissa branch of the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, the Imams emphasized the commitment of the government and local political leaders to safeguard the communities residing in Garissa Township and the wider county from the scourge of senseless killings. Expressing their deep anguish, the Imams voiced their unwavering condemnation for those who sponsor the taking of innocent lives. They also denounced the dissemination of false information and incendiary messages through social media platforms, highlighting the detrimental impact such actions have on the fragile security situation, both in the country and among diaspora communities abroad. The Imams urge users of social media to exercise caution and responsibility in their online activities, recognizing the potential for their posts to exacerbate the already delicate security conditions prevailing on the ground. In a gesture of solace, the clerics extended heartfelt condolences to the grieving families affected by the recent tragedies. They called upon the security apparatus to diligently pursue the perpetrators and their accomplices, regardless of their social standing or influence, emphasizing that the preservation of human life should always take precedence. Governor Jama, in particular, took proactive measures to address the root causes of the violence. He recommended an immediate halt to gypsum excavation in quarries, unless the mining companies obtain licenses from the county government. Recognizing the potential role of land-related disputes in the recent spate of killings, he also imposed a ban on the allocation and sale of plots throughout the entire county, with a special emphasis on the hotspots within Garissa Township. Furthermore, the political leaders pledged their commitment to ensuring that any suspicious individuals are promptly reported to the authorities. They implored the Northeastern Regional Commissioner, John Etieno, to ensure that security personnel remain resolute in their efforts to curb the wanton loss of lives on the outskirts of Garissa Township.
The Somali military have obliterated the position of Al-Shabaab group in rural regions. The operation, carried out under the command of Khalid bin Walid Muhammad Dagawayne, targeted the forested and area encompassing of Run, Nirgod and Gal'ad districts, effectively dismantling the entrenched positions of the extremist organization. The Somali military have obliterated the positions of Al-Shabaab group in the rural regions. The operation, carried out under the command of Khalid bin Walid Muhammad Dagawayne, targeted the forested area encompassing Run, Nirgod and Gal'ad districts, effectively dismantling the entrenched positions of the extremist organization. Commander Dagawayne affirmed the triumphant outcome of clearing the operation, declaring the complete destruction of Al-Shabaab's presence in the specified region. He further emphasized the unwavering determination of the armed forces to relentlessly pursue the militants and liberate the areas where they currently seek refuge within the Galgaduud region. The joint efforts of the national and regional forces have been instrumental in conducting thorough cleanup operations across various areas in Galmudug and Hirshabelle. These operations are specifically designed to root out the militants from their rural hideout, effectively dismantling their network and eradicating their presence from the region. In a move aimed at enhancing security and combating terrorism, The Ministry of Communication and Technology of Somalia has directed internet service providers in the country to block access to popular social media platforms, TikTok, Telegram, as well as online gambling site 1xBet. Here is a full story.
وكاتا تيك يا لي حرن والله تيك يا لي حرن وريال حرن ور تيك هرمنا كغارينا يا تير.
Somalia's Ministry of Information and Technology has directed the country's internet service providers to turn off access to social media companies TikTok, Telegram, and online gambling site 1xBet. The ministry cited a number of reasons for the closure of the aforementioned social media platforms, with enhancing security and combating terrorism topping the list. The minister's decree will come into effective on August 24th, on Thursday at 11:30 p.m. Non-compliance will result in legal consequences, as stated in the statement. The militant group Al-Shabaab, known for its use of Telegram for disseminating propaganda and coordinating attacks, has been a major concern for the Somali government. The group frequently creates new accounts on Telegram after their previous ones are taken down. TikTok, on the other hand, has experienced significant growth in Somalia, attracting a wider user base that includes young people and even government officials. In response to concerns about safety, TikTok recently organized workshops with stakeholders in Somalia to address these issues. The platform statement highlighted their proactive approach to removing videos that violate guidelines, boasting a 98.7% success rate in detecting and removing such content before it's reported. While the ministry's decision has drawn criticism from social media users who argue that the ban will not be effective, Minister Khalif remains steadfast in his defense of the move. He maintains that these sites pose a threat to the state, promoting immoral behavior and creating security problems. In an interview with VOA Somali, he asserted the necessity of the ban, emphasizing the need to protect the society and combat the misuse of these platforms. However, some critics argue that the government's response is an overreach and a knee-jerk reaction to the complex issue.
dowladdu awood uma laha inay maanta hadda wax xirto kaliya iyada waxay awoodaa inay shirkadaha qasabto si addresska looga xiro BBN ka Soomaaliya si looga xiro kaliya ayay awoodaa mooyee ma awoodo inay dowladdu iyada systemka faraha la gasho iyada wax xirto shirkadaha ayaan rabaa inaan hal mid aan u iftiimiyo oo ah faa'iidada ugu badan waxay ka soo galeysay aaladahan siiba aalada TikTok-ga dhaqaalaha ugu badan ay ka soo galeysay telefoon walba oo aad fiiriso kaaga hadaad eegto analysis-ka hadaad fiiriso application-ka ugu badan oo aad isticmaasho.
The government should engage with the platform and establish targeted measures to address specific accounts promoting immoral content. They also highlight the negative impact on the Somali TikTok celebrities who earn a living from the platform and now face an uncertainty. The Somali government further expressed concern about the use of betting sites such as 1xBet and the potential outflow of significant amounts of money from the country. Minister Khalif stated that the extensive use of 1xBet even distracts the government soldiers from their duty to defend the nation. Authorities believe that these sites engage in activities that are not in compliance with Islamic law and the money generated is illicit and untaxed. The dissemination of terrorist messages and incitement of violence through any media or person on social media have been recognized as a criminal act by the federal government. This latest directive reinforces the government's commitment to combating such activities. The impact of the government decision to shut down TikTok, Telegram and 1xBet remains to be seen, as the platforms hold significant popularity among Somali users. Reporting for Dalsan TV, I'm Abdurrahman Yusuf. In a remarkable display of international cooperation, the Chinese embassy in Somalia bid a fond farewell to 14 esteemed diplomats from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs who was set to embark on a transformative training program in China.
Senior government officials alongside the Chinese ambassador have bid farewell to Somali diplomats from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The solemn and celebratory farewell ceremony held in the capital city of Mogadishu witnessed the presence of distinguished guests, including the Chinese ambassador to Somalia, Fei Shengchao, and key senior government officials such as Hodan Osman Abdi, who is a senior advisor and national coordinator of human capital development at the office of the Prime Minister. The Director General at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Abdisalam Suleiman Qadar, and Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Hamza Hadou. The departure of the 14 Somali diplomats to China symbolizes an extraordinary opportunity for knowledge exchange, capacity building, and cultural immersion, ultimately enhancing the diplomatic prowess of Somalia on the global stage. Hodan Osman Abdi, Senior Advisor and National Coordinator of Human Capital Development at the Office of the Prime Minister, underscored the significance of the training opportunity for the Somali diplomats.
So you actually have to represent your own. And that doesn't just only come in what you do or what you say. The image that you're portraying is the image of your country. To the taxi driver, to the waiter at the restaurant, to the people in your hotel. Not only the people who are teaching you, every single person that you meet throughout your journey, you are representing your country to them. So you have to stay true to your culture, to your identity, to your religion, to everything that makes you Somali. The last point is, be proud to be Somali. Because you are from Somalia, when you are there, you represent Somalia, be proud of your country, speak about your country, teach other people about what's different about Somalia, what they don't know about Somalia.
The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Hamza Hadou, praised China's commitment to supporting human capital development in Somalia.
laakiin waxaan rabaa inaan la dardaarmo teamkan baxaya maanta sidoo kale waxaan rabaa inaan fursadan ugu faa'iideysto inaan u mahad celiyo dawladda China oo runtii na siisay fursadan dahabiga ah in badge ama tira intaan la eg ay dalka Soomaaliya ka baxdo oo ay China tagto tababarada inta badan meelaha kale dalal kale laga siiyo waxay u badan tahay hal ama labo ama saddex waa markii u horeysay oo tababar dhowr iyo 10 ruux ah hal jiray aan arko kulay oo aadayo dalka dibadiisa marka waa ku bahadsan yihiin tababarka iyo taageerada joogtada ah ee ay dawladda Soomaaliya iyo shacabka Soomaaliyeed markaas la garab taagan yihiin.
The Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Abdisalan Suleiman Qadar, thanked the Chinese embassy in Somalia for their support to the federal government of Somalia.
You will represent in Somalia and MFA again. So the things you will do, it will give a picture for the Chinese people in Somalia. So I think you will represent in MFA and Somalia well.
Ambassador Fei Sheng Chao, in his address at the farewell ceremony, expressed his heartfelt appreciation for the close partnership between the two nations. He emphasized the importance of diplomatic training programs as a cornerstone for fostering understanding, cooperation, and friendship among nations.
So this time is actually the very first time that we are going to welcome Somali friends physically in China over the past more than 3 years. So it's special. And I would like to say that because of we have put the pandemic behind us, now China's door is wide open once again. Just over the past few months, we have welcomed officials from the Fisheries Ministry to China for workshops, and it's a workshop for the blue economy, which China is strong. The best way to find the facts and the truth is, number one, if you cannot be there, listen to more sources of information and listen to different kinds of opinions, and you will have a fairer judgment. Number two, if you have a chance to go there and find out the truth yourself. So today, I think all of you are lucky enough. Just as President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud rightly said, Somalia would like to seek peace within itself and peace with the rest of the world.
The diplomats will receive training in China with the help of the Chinese embassy in Somalia. Reporting for Dalsan TV, Abdirazak Ali.
Lovely viewers, the Chinese story brings us to the end of our bulletin. I wish to thank the Dalsan Media fraternity for making this news bulletin a success. Wherever you're tuning in from, have yourselves a lovely night. I'm Bill Blessed.